everybody, my name's Nicola and welcome back to my channel. This is the Frugal Cottage, where we talk all things money to help you on your journey. Today's video is all about why I'm a dividend investor and why I invest for dividend income specifically. It's also Vlogmas Day 6 and it also happens to be my birthday today. But anyway, let's get started with the video. So I get lots of questions as to why I specifically invest for dividend income. So I thought I would share with you kind of my reasoning behind that, what the aim's for in that, and why I don't kind of look at the accumulation side of things as much as other dividend investors might do, but also as a strategy it doesn't tend to go as a priority. The priority for me is looking at those dividends, and I'll explain why and the reasoning behind it throughout this video. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe. Yes, so why am I an investor that looks at dividends and dividend income specifically? So not even just like dividend growth, which means that you get growth on the dividend income. Yes, that's important, but I am looking for investing in stocks and funds that pay me that dividend income, whether it's monthly, 4 times a year, twice a year, or just once a year. It just depends. That depends on what you're investing in as to whether they pay out often or not. But one of the main reasons why I focus on dividend income as opposed to kind of growth or accumulation is the fact that it links directly to our early retirement goal. I'll leave a link below to the video that outlines our early retirement goals and plans if you want to check that out after this one. But essentially the main reason behind it is that it links to that early retirement dream of ours. Now, if you're new here, me and my husband are aiming to retire by the time I turn 50. My husband is a teeny tiny bit older than me, but it's when I turn 50 is the aim there. So that is kind of the biggest goal in mind. And when I'm investing, obviously I'm investing for the long term anyway, but it's a very specific goal I'm investing for. And the reason why I focus on income is the dividends that we are receiving or will receive is going to be the thing that replaces our kind of day job income, if you like, and will ensure that we can retire early. So that income that dividends provide actually replaces, not kind of just a bit, entirely replaces that income, so that we're not relying on having to work anymore because we need to. And we're not kind of looking at kind of supplementing anything at all. When, I'm using the word when because come on, let's aim high. When we do retire early, we don't aim to have any kind of other job as well as. We just want to say, right, that's it, we've done it, we've achieved it, and see what happens. And it gives us that flexibility because we're aiming for dividend income. That gives us the flexibility to decide then from that point onwards if we work for money at all, if we want to, if we want to get like, I don't know, 5 hours a week in a local cafe kind of job. You could have the flexibility and the choice, the freedom of choosing that. So the reason why we aim for dividends is purely as an income source and income stream. And I'll leave a link below to the video, quite a popular video that I kind of did a while ago now about how I'm building £1,000 a month dividend income stream that will pretty much cover our expenses by that point, all being well. So the focus for me is that I am essentially focused on getting that average of £1,000 a month. Now, if you've watched my dividend income videos, and I'll leave a link to the playlist below, you will see, or you will know, that the dividend income we receive is really varied, i.e. some months are like in the hundreds and then some months are like £10. It's not consistently like a number that would be enough. However, the average overall, like during a year, will hopefully hit that £1,000 a month, because in some ways trying to target companies and or funds that happen to pay in a specific month. So say for example, I know that March is a really low pay month for me. I think I have one stock, one individual company that pays out in March. I wouldn't be happy to put lots more money in that one company, whereas I could invest in a fund that pays out, say, in October, that's much less risky and much more kind of suitable, there's no reason why I shouldn't invest in that just because it doesn't pay out in March. Does that make sense? So although I'm saying £1,000 a month in dividends, so long as overall, so over a 12 months period, that equals to £1,000 a month. But essentially I'm looking for that monthly income, but I'm also, I suppose, looking, I mentioned about dividend growth before, so that means that the dividend income you earn from your holdings, even if you didn't buy any more, should grow over time. That's a sign of I suppose a successful company, but also because they're able to increase their dividends, that means that they're fairly financially stable. But in the end, it should be dividend growth, that income stream versus, or not versus, but combined with the increase in the price that I originally invested, should be enough for us to combine the investing with our early retirement goal or financial freedom. And another reason, I suppose, why it's dividend based is that dividends enable us to buy more stocks. I've talked quite a lot now before about how I feel that our household income isn't particularly high. Getting dividends means that I can buy more stocks or funds without having to add any more of our own money in, purely because there's not anything else extra to add. So that dividend income just adds like a little more that I can buy, and I do invest it myself. I don't have it kind of set up to reinvest automatically, mainly because I want to choose where they go rather than the kind of computer doing it for me. So that, in a nutshell, is why I'm a dividend investor. We are so happy to be on the FIRE path, so the financial independence, retire early kind of path, if you like. We are very much at the bottom rung of that ladder, and it really is the long term. So I've talked before about how investing is a long term. It should be anyway, but this journey that we're on is definitely long term, unless something like strange happens and all of a sudden we're able to earn a lot more money, which I would like. Wouldn't we all? But I don't see happening. So we're kind of the slow and steady wins the race kind of people, and hopefully that will kind of come to fruition in the end. But that's why I'm a dividend investor. So I'm a dividend investor and invest in dividend income paying stocks and funds because we want to retire early, and it creates that income stream that replaces our 9-to-5 day job where we work for somebody else income, and that will be the tipping point, so to speak. So I hope that clears up any questions as to why I'm a dividend investor as opposed to being an accumulation. So accumulation in kind of investing terms just means that you invest in kind of a company or a fund. They don't pay out dividends, but their share price over time should go up. That's the accumulation, and then you'd sell your holding to get the income. That's the other thing. If we do this correctly and we get this dividend income stream that replaces our own income, we're also not touching the capital, so we're not touching our investments to get any money back. That essentially just sits there for as long as it needs to, and we still get this income because they pay out regardless without having to sell off anything. That's another reason why I do it this way around. But anyway, if you've got any questions about this, leave them down below. I'm quite happy to talk about this in more detail. I'm quite happy to answer questions about it. I'm trying to be as transparent as possible on this channel, so I hope that comes across. But yeah, like I said, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 7.